Hi class, now for our day 2 notes, you want to turn to the back of that first page and we're going to start right where we left off from our day 1 notes. All we have is 2 little questions left for our day 2 notes. Okay, and it's these 2 questions. It says how many data points are within 1 mad from the mean and how many data points are within 2 mads from the mean. Okay, so being within 1 mad, that means if you think about your mean, you're figuring out how many data points are either 1 mad higher or 1 mad lower than your mean. So here's how we figure it out. We need our mean, which our mean is 10, and we want to figure out within 1 mad. So that means we're going to add and subtract 1 mad from this mean. Okay, so my mean is 10, so I'm going to add 1 mad, so add 4.8 repeating to that, and then I'm going to take my mean and subtract a mad from it. Okay, and this is going to be the range of how spread out are my numbers that are 1 mad higher and 1 mad lower. So when I add it, I get 14.8 repeating. And when I subtract it, I get, let's see, that would be 5.2. There. Okay. So, and roughly, I'm rounding there. I'm thinking of it as 4.8, maybe 5.1. Either way. So we want to know how many data points are within that 1 mad. So we want to know how many data points are between 5.2 up to 14.8. So we look back at our data points and we count how many numbers are between that. So 5 is a little too small. It's not within 1 mad. So we would go to then 8, 9, 12, and then these 2 are too big. So basically these numbers right here, from 8 through 12, those are within 1 mad. So we would say we have 3 numbers. Okay, 3 numbers are within within 1 mad. So it would be the numbers 8, 9, and 12 are between this range of numbers. Okay, now it does just say how many data points. So that's what we just calculated. There were 3 data points within 1 mad, 3 numbers. Now, we could also say what percent of our data is within 1 mad. So if we have 3 numbers that are within 1 mad, and there are 9 numbers total, let's see, we don't quite have a lot of room here. We could say 3 out of 9 numbers are within 1 mad, and we could say that as a percent. If I divide that, 3 divided by 9 would give me 0.3 repeating, or 33%. Roughly of our data is within 1 mad. All right, now we want to look at how many data points are within 2 mads. So we're going to do the same thing, except for instead of just adding 1 mad, we're going to add the mad twice, and we'll subtract the mad twice. So we're now making a bigger range. We're spreading our data points out. Usually, every data point is within 2 mads. Anything beyond that would be maybe something we would call an outlier, maybe something that doesn't fall within range of everything else. So let's calculate that. So let's add 2 mads. So let's do 10 plus 4.8 plus 4.8. And then we're going to add, it's kind of hard to see there, 10 minus 4.8 and minus 4.8 again. So we're going to take away 2 mads twice. Okay, so let's do that. So if I do 10 plus 4.8 plus 4.8, and again I'm rounding that, it's 19.6 roughly is the high point of my range. And then when I subtract it twice, 10 minus 4.8 minus 4.8, I get 0.4. Okay, so my range of numbers would be between 0.4 up to 19.6. So let's see how many data points that is from 0.4 to 19.6. So 0.4, well, that's smaller than my smallest number. And 19.6, ooh, it almost includes my biggest number. So it includes everything but the 20. So we've got then everything 2 through 15 here. So we have 8 of our numbers that are within 2 mads. Okay, so we'd say 8 numbers. So 8 numbers are within 2 mads. Okay, now what percent of the data is that? Well, that's 8 out of 9 numbers. So we can say 8 out of 9, which if we divide that out, that makes 0.8 repeating, or we could round that up to about 89% of our numbers. Okay, now like I said, the most of the numbers should fall within 2 MADs. Anything outside of that could be considered what we call an outlier, something that's outside of the range. Now, if we look at the number that's outside the range, is that much farther from the high end of our range? No, 19.6. This one's almost within 2 MADs. So I wouldn't really count it as an outlier. Well, what if this was 100? Then it would definitely be an outlier. Then it would be way outside of the range of the rest of the numbers. Okay, so the MAD helps me see how close the numbers are. The bigger the amount of numbers that are within 1 MAD, the closer together your numbers are together. Okay, and again, the smaller amount of numbers that are within 1 MAD, the more spread out your numbers are. All right, so that's your day 2 notes.